Jennifer Boudreau.
And I'm Bill Roberts.
And we are live at the Poorhouse in front of a huge audience. Look how calm I am.
You're doing really well.
I've stood up here for the last 2 weeks just speaking randomly at all the strangers coming in and out.
That's the only way you can stay relaxed.
Getting a little bit better at this.
Yeah, and then we have Giselle, who's been here for 2 weeks behind us, painting nonstop.
She looks great. She doesn't look stressed
Yeah,
at all.
I don't know if she's had anything to eat or drink, but I'm assuming so. She's doing really well. So, Jen, it's the last ArtsTalk show on Shaw TV. Mm-hmm. We've got a great show coming up. Who do we have coming on?
Well, we have the executive director, John Hudson of the Varscona Theatre. And I think we're going to do a little more detailed interview with our artist behind me.
I think we should, because when you've worked for this many hours and days, doing that painting.
You've earned a little bit of screen time.
She needs some screen time.
Yeah,
I think so. So if you want to get a hold of us, though, we are still available through artstalkedmonton@gmail.com, and we are still on Facebook. That won't be going away, so we're ArtsTalk on Facebook. We have a fan page called Welcome to ArtsTalk, which is also on Facebook. None of that's going away at this point, so...
We're going to talk a little bit more about our future later in the show.
You bet. And...
Let's get started, shall we?
I think we probably should, because I know John Hudson's ready to go.
He is.
So I think we should get him on here as soon as we can. So let's do it. Let's get John Hudson out here. We'll be right back. We are back.
Yay!
Poorhouse on White Avenue. It's trivia time.
I have Amanda on my team.
And I have Georgia on my team. So last time I won.
Oh, yeah.
Chris won.
That's
you
right.
lost.
That's right.
So I'm going to read the questions this time. You guys ready? Yeah. First hand up is like buzzing in. Okay. Make sure you hold that mic up so we can hear you. All right, first question. This singer spent part of his youth living in Edmonton. Which one is he? Wayne Newton, Robert Goulet, or Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond.
No, you are wrong. Georgia? It's either Wayne Newton or Robert Goulet. It's not Neil Diamond.
Robert Goulet.
You got it. See? Good job, Georgia. That's one for Georgia. All right.
Okay, watch me this time.
Next question. Don't be cheating over my shoulder. How many female mayors has Edmonton had? 0, 1, or 2? Georgia.
1.
You are right. I am the champion.
I even remember her name.
And the name, wasn't it?
Jan Reimer.
You got it.
Wow.
All right. Georgia wins a prize right from the Poorhouse. I am the champion. Very last show of ArtsTalk on Shaw TV, and I win again. There you go, Georgia.
He needs this. He needs
You are
this.
welcome. Let's hear it for Georgia. Let's hear you for you guys playing. We will be right back after this. And we are back here at the Poorhouse on White Avenue with our live audience. We want to welcome John Hudson, the Executive Director of the Varscona Theatre, right here in Edmonton, not far from here, actually.
Yeah, just half a block away.
So, John, tell us a little bit about your history and your background and how you ended up at the Varscona.
Well, sure. Luck plays a big part of that. We had started a company called Shadow Theatre, which currently exists in the Varscona, and had been producing at the Fringe and gaining more audiences, and that building came available. Fringe Theatre Adventures was in there. They were moving across the street. The building was open, and a few of us decided we better grab it while it was there. Right. So we took it over and started from scratch and really built it into one of the major performance spaces in the country.
And how many years ago was that?
That was 96.
Ooh, wow. That was a few years back.
Yeah, it was a few years back.
But now you have a beautiful, newly renovated venue.
Yeah,
how's that been for you?
It's been fantastic. It was 10 years of hard work to get that done. Like, the space we had before was serviceable, but it was starting to fall down around us. You know, you put 30,000 people through there every year. It wasn't built for that. So we started 10 years ago raising funds and trying to get support for it, and finally got it done last June. So it was pretty exciting. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that must have felt like a weight.
It was unbelievable.
Right off.
Yeah, because I can't even tell you the amount of work that everybody put in to make it happen. It was was really gratifying to get it done. And now it's going to be one of the major cultural centers in the city. So
No, it is. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
venue. I've
yeah.
been in there, and it's really, really nice.
We should do a show
Yeah,
there.
we
though.
should.
that's right. You should
Art
do
Talk
a
should be at
show
the
there.
Varscona, I
We'd
think.
love to
Say
see you
no to
guys
us while he's
there.
on TV.
He's on the
Yeah.
air, so the viewers in the audience have heard
Yeah.
that, John.
That's it.
So were you an actor yourself? Or?
Yeah, I started off as an actor. I came out of the University of Alberta's acting program, and I worked for about 5 years. I always knew I was going to direct, so pretty much as soon as I got out, I started, pushing my career in that direction. And well, here we are, 30 years later, and I've directed over 100 shows and
Wow.
acted in another 40, and yeah, so it's been a pretty
Busy.
fulfilling
And that kind of
journey
leads,
so
leads
far.
into, tell us a little bit about the Hall of Fame. What's happening with the Hall of Fame,
that
John?
that's a rather nice thing that's happening. The city of Edmonton is honoring me and inducting me into their Cultural Hall of Fame this year. And
It's awesome. Well deserved.
I'm really chuffed.
Let's hear it for John. He's being
Yeah.
inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Have you started writing your speech?
No. It's funny at those things. I don't actually get to give a speech. They've done
do
a
it
little.
anyway.
They've done a little video with me, and they've done all kinds of.
So you got to do your little speech in
Yeah,
the
so
video.
I get to watch myself up there, and I get to do some other
Nice.
things, but mostly I get to have a party with my family and friends. So
That's
yeah,
awesome. Well,
it's pretty-
congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate
And you
it.
get to hear it here on Arts Talk.
Yeah, and
I
I get
love
I get to be
parties,
here
of
on
course, that
ArtsTalk
honor-
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And what was that, John?
I said I love parties myself that honor me.
Yes,
so I imagine
exactly.
that you would love it too.
Yeah, that's right. As long as my mom's happy, I'm happy. So, and my wife, of course.
Of
so.
course. Can't forget
Yeah,
about your wife.
That's right.
So what's upcoming over the next? The Varscona is always busy.
We are always busy. As I say, we have 300 performances a year, and we have two main companies. Teatro La Quindicina, which is our summer company, and they are just beginning their season. So Salon of the Talking Turk will be their first show. And of course, Stuart Lemoyne's their major playwright there. And that'll be really exciting. Then we roll into the Fringe, where 10 Days of Madness at our theater. We're right at the,
yes.
our first audience comes in at 12:30 in the afternoon. The last one leaves about midnight. So, we just like turn them
It's
out.
nonstop.
Yeah, and then we go into the winter season with Shadow Theater, which of course I'll direct 3 of those shows this year. And
Nice.
Shadow's got a fantastic season. It'll kick up in October and go right through the rest of the winter. So, and then we have lots of other things. Dynasty, of course, which is every Monday night, and various events that come up through the year. So,
So if people want to find out what's coming up at the Varscona, how do they do that?
Varscona.com. Come see us. Yeah, as I say, you just give us a call. There's something on almost every night. So we'd love to see everybody down there.
Well, make sure you get out to the Varscona. Make sure you get out and see all the shows, including John's show that
Yes.
he's directing. Again, congratulations that
Thank
you're
you.
in the Hall of Fame. Arts Talk will be at the Varscona at some point down the
Yes.
road. All right, we'll be right back after this. Let's hear it for John.
Thank you.
We are back.
Welcome back. So we have left Giselle here at the poorhouse now for weeks making this masterpiece right here. So you're done. It's
I'm
beautiful.
done. Yeah.
Now, you do a lot of live painting at different kinds of shows. Do you have to practice ahead of time, or do you have an idea coming in what you're going to paint?
Yeah. Well, I have years behind me painting live for audiences. So because I'm so often painting, it's kind of sometimes it's in the moment, spontaneous. It's usually that way. I plan loosely, and then when it's time to paint, I never know what the end result will look like. It's very organic and it grows as I make it, and I'm very intuitive as I'm painting. So I'll take in, I actually paid attention to the dancers from earlier, and I incorporated some of the colors from their costumes and kind of used that. It inspired me. I liked watching them. And so my work's all about color and happiness and joy and hope. I just think we need more color in our lives.
Sure.
So, and people are generally afraid of color, so I bring on color into the world with my paintings.
So what's it like painting in front of a live audience? Like, do you ever get distracted, or?
It's different than painting, in the studio alone. I've been painting at the Hotel McDonald, for example. Every Thursday I paint there for the guests in the lounge at the hotel. I've been there for a few years now, and I've got a lot of practice. So
Right.
it's a bit of talking, it's a bit of painting, it's a lot of movement for me, but it's lots of, because I paint intuitively, it's nice to have colorful conversations with people, and then,
Right.
oh yeah, and I'm working as we're talking, and so it is different from a solitude in the studio, but it's I enjoy the interaction with people because it's meant to be an interactive experience. That's why
Right.
they have me at the hotel, and I'm there every week, and people are, this is so cool, and I watched you make this, and people buy my paintings on the spot because they were
Nice.
like, this tells a story, like we watched you make this, and we're visiting from wherever, and we
Oh,
buy
I
your
love it.
painting, so it's very rewarding.
You're painting with oil.
It's
right?
actually acrylic.
Oh, it's acrylic.
It looks
Oh,
the
great.
same as oil would look.
I was gonna
but
ask
it's-
about the drying. Like,
Yeah,
they
it
must-
dries very fast with acrylic.
Excellent.
I mean, I've got a lot of paint on there, so it dries to the touch within several hours. The really thick parts, it takes weeks for it to fully cure.
Right.
But because I'm transporting my art so much, they do dry very quickly, which is why I work with acrylics.
So just quickly,
Great.
Giselle,
Sure.
before we kind of have to wrap up, and you've done such a fantastic job, if somebody wants you to come and do this, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I have all my contacts on my website, just GiselleDeneen.com. That's how you spell my name.
Right there?
And all my contact is there, and I'm booked all the time to live paint. I do a lot of charity work as well, and I do all kinds. This is the first time in a place like this, all over the place. Yeah,
That's
they can
awesome.
just find me on
Well,
the
Giselle,
website.
thank you so much for spending so many
Sure.
weeks here at the
Yes,
poorhouse.
thanks for having me.
painting away in the back. It's been wonderful. Let's hear it for Giselle.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this. Here we are back. Arts Talk live at the Poorhouse here on White Avenue. We want to thank Mark Johnson for having us here for 2 shows. So we've been hanging around
He
a
was
long
an
time.
excellent host.
Yeah, and we never left this spot.
No,
So he put up with us standing here for like 3 weeks or whatever
staring
the time
over
was.
Giselle's shoulder,
Yeah, watching the painting being done.
watching paint dry.
Literally watching
huh?
paint dry. So, as we have mentioned and made note on all our Facebook pages and social media pages, Arts Talk, this is our very last show on Shaw TV. So we want to first of all thank Shaw TV
Yes,
and their wonderful
thank
crew
you.
for the past 2 seasons. We've had fun shooting at Shaw TV and out at the studio and doing segments with them. It's been awesome. The crews have been fantastic. Everybody we worked with has been fantastic. So we hate to have to say goodbye to Shaw, but that's what's happening. So
But we are hoping that all of them will come and work on our show for free out of our garage now.
out of our garage, I didn't know we were moving to a garage.
Well, your garage, your new garage.
My garage. Oh, did we know we were moving? Oh.
Surprise!
I learn something new every time, yeah. There's a great way to end the show. We're moving to my garage.
I think that's a great location.
So people are going to say and asking, so what's happening with Arts Talk?
That's
so
true.
we want to keep the show going, so it's not going to end. We might be on a little bit of a break for a short time here, but we are looking at other avenues right now.
We'll update regularly on our Facebook page, so
Yes.
keep your eyes on there.
Yeah, so we can let you know what's coming up in the near future. We have
And I know you're all very concerned for us, but we're going to be okay.
We'll be fine.
Yes.
We had a long talk before this particular show started, so we'll be good. So just one thing quickly before I kind of talk a little bit more about it. I think we should give the Shaw crew and staff a big hand, especially everybody that's
Yeah.
here at the Poorhouse that's made this show possible. We were asked earlier by our artist who did this beautiful painting behind us how many people are usually on our crew. So I think we were guessing in the studio probably 10 to 15
yeah.
at least. So we have a decent-sized crew that helps put this show on every month for us. And we were doing 2 shows a month because it was getting bigger and bigger, and we do have a big following. So that's why we want to keep the show going, because we do have a list of 40-plus artists that are waiting to be on Arts Talk.
I know, and we want to give them all the
We want to
screen
give them the
time and
opportunity.
exposure that they deserve.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And that's the whole background of Arts Talk, is to give our local artists an opportunity of all genres to have a medium that they can come and be on that maybe they wouldn't have the opportunity normally to be on. So anyway, yeah, we want our viewers to know that, yes, Arts Talk is not done. So we're kind of moving on, as they say, when one door closes, another one opens. So we won't be on Shaw anymore, but as soon as we know where we're going to be, we'll be letting everybody know. And we are in discussions right now with a few people in the community to help us carry the
Several
show.
production companies are fighting over us.
Yes, there was one here actually viewing our show. So we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, I guess it's coming to that time where we actually have to say goodbye. We have to sign off Arts Talk from Shaw TV
Our last
here in
one on
Edmonton.
Shaw.
Our very last show here, Shaw TV Again,
Yeah.
thank you so much to Mark Johnson and the Poorhouse here in Edmonton. Thanks, Mark. I see him way in the back. Really appreciate you having us here. Maybe we'll be back sometime. And to all of our live
Thank you to
audience.
our camera guys for always getting my good side.
All the camera guys, to our director, Devin, who's way back there, and Ray, and Samantha, everybody that's here, Chantel, that I can see in the dark. Thanks to Cine Audiovisual for supplying the PA for this last
Right.
Arts Talk show on Shaw TV.
Love.
I guess we have to say goodbye to our viewers, but it's not goodbye, because we'll be back
It's
somewhere.
see
So
you
stay,
later.
watch artstalkedmonton@gmail.com. Email us there. We can keep you updated. Watch our Facebook pages, because we're going to let you know over the next few weeks where we're at. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. It's been fun here at Shaw TV. We'll see you.